Hello everyone, I am going to be ranking all 23 Marvel films leading up to, what was it? 31 on 31 Marvel v DC. Or, yeah, basically. Um, so yeah, we have 23 movies, and we have to rank them from worst to best. What is it? Best to worst. 23 is the worst, and first is the best. Yeah. Okay, number 23, we have Iron Man 2. Now, this film is. It was an okay film. I mean, none of these movies on this list are like terrible, worst, awful movies. Like, they were just the bottom three. They're just okay films. I mean, I would not watch them, but they're just okay. Like Iron Man 2, it was just an okay movie to watch. I mean, I did have a lot of disappointment and things wrong with this movie. Um, but that's, yeah. I mean, the villain of Whiplash, I think he was a bit, like, not good in this movie. I think he was just a bit overwhelmed, and how the casting has changed with James Rodnick. What's his name? James Rhodes or something? War Machine. That's his name. James Rhodes. I know his last name's Rhodes or something. Anyway, that's my number 23, Iron Man 2. Number oh wait, no, and for my grade, I'll give that movie, I would go a C minus. Thor the Dark World is my number 22. Now, this movie, it's okay. It's an okay movie. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Uh, it was just a fine movie. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. It was just okay. I mean, I didn't have much enjoyment with Malekith, the villain in this movie. I didn't like the aspect of Jane and Thor's relationship in this movie. Didn't really work out. I mean, I didn't really like the character of Jane in this movie. I didn't like how she was like explained in this movie. But hopefully she gets more explained in Thor: Love and Thunder. But yeah, this movie was just, it was not the best. But yeah, number 21 is The Incredible Hulk. Now, I know people probably like this movie, but for me, it was not a fun movie to watch. I know, I do love Hulk, the character, but this movie was just boring. I didn't really like this movie. Like I said, I would say it's an okay film, but it was just a bit boring. It had a lot of expectation on where it was going, but it was just flopped. Like, it was no, not good. It was just a not interesting movie to watch, for my opinion. I mean, I do love Edward Norton as an actor. I think he's an alright actor. But as Hulk, I don't think he's a perfect fit to play Hulk. I mean, the director for this movie was, oh, it was an okay director. But yeah, now we're going into the good. Number 20, we have Iron Man 3. Now, Iron Man 3 is my number 20 because of the villain. For me, the villain was not good villain. What's his name? I don't bloody know. I haven't even seen this movie in ages. Doesn't he like turn into like fire or something? I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's my number 20. Iron Man 3, because it is terrible. No, it's good. It's good. Would I watch it again? Yes, I would. I would watch this movie again. Would I enjoy it? 50-50. Could not. I don't know. Do I like Iron Man's character in this movie? Yes, I do like Iron Man's character in this movie. Would I want an for oh no, he's dead. Never mind. R.I.P. Tony Stark. Uh, but yeah, that's my number 20. Number 19 we have is Thor. Now, Thor is my number 19. I do love the director. What's his name? I'm not good at remembering names. His name's Kenneth Branagh. I don't know. He was in Tenet. He was a great actor. He was a good director in this movie. I mean, I do love the characters in this movie, like Thor. I think Chris Hemsworth is a perfect fit to play Thor, in my opinion. I think he's a great pick. And yeah, number 18 we have is Avengers Age of Ultron. Now this movie, I do love this movie. It's a good film to watch. I know it's probably low for some people, but I do like this movie. I have a lot of enjoyment in this movie. And yes, it's a fun time. I watched it in the cinemas. It was just a fun time in the cinemas, hanging out, watching Avengers Age of Ultron, watching it, having a blast. It was just a great time. I do love, because we led up to the first, the Avengers, and then we went to Avengers to Age of Ultron. And do I like Age of Ultron? Yes, I love it. It's a great movie. Would I watch it again? 100% I would. Would I love it? Yes, I would love it. And the villain, Ultron, I don't think he was a good villain, but I could deal with him. Number 17 we have is Captain Marvel. Now, Captain Marvel, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Captain Marvel. And some people freaking probably hate me for this. I do enjoy it. I find some enjoyment in this movie that I didn't find in some others, like Thor, Iron Man 3, Incredible Hulk, Thor the Dark World, and Iron Man 2. All 5 films. But this movie was just amazing. Sorry, not amazing, God, you're not that good. It was just a good film. Would I watch it again? Probably. I'll probably watch it again. Do I like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel? I'll say it depends. Because in this movie, she was okay. And in-game, yeah, no. She was not good. Number 16 we have is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, we have a sequel to Ant-Man called Ant-Man and the Wasp. Do I like this movie? Yes. I love this movie. I mean, I didn't watch it in the cinemas, but I loved this movie. It was just a fun time. Loved the comedy to it. Love Paul Rudd still as Ant-Man. And, what's her name? Is her name like Hope or something? I think her name's like Hope. No, Evangeline Lilly or something. Who played Hope Pym. I think she did a good job as the Wasp. Really do. And this movie was a good time in the cinemas. Sorry, didn't watch it in the cinemas. It was a great movie to watch. I found a lot of enjoyment in it. And yes, number 15. Come at me. Get me the hate comments. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, this movie, I did enjoy. It was a fun time. I really did enjoy this movie. I loved mostly everything about this. It was just a fun time. I mean, it's not the best out of Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. But would I watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? 100% I would. I still love the visual effects in this movie. I think it was a perfect. The scenery was amazing. The cast was still amazing. I mean, I didn't like Ego as the villain. I mean, he is played by a good actor, Kurt Russell. I think Kurt Russell is a great actor. But in this movie, he was okay. But yeah, this is my number 15. Number 14 is Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange is my number 14. I did love Benedict Cumberbatch as the casting of Doctor Strange. I think he was a perfect fit. I did love him as Doctor Strange. I think he was a great actor as Doctor Strange. I did love the villain, the Dormammu, or whatever the stupid character's name called. It was fine. What's the other villain? Doctor Strange. I forgot what the name is. I'm so freaking stupid. What's the name of the villain? Galactus. Galactus is a villain. I think not a good villain, in my opinion. I think he could have been better. And yeah. Number 13 we have is Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, don't get the hate comments. I do love this movie. I found it really enjoyable. I mean, I did enjoy this movie. It was just a fun time watching Steve Rogers fight Kick-Ass. I think Chris Evans as Captain America, perfect fit. I heard that John Krasinski was going to play Captain America, but he didn't. I think he didn't get the role or something. So Chris Evans got the role, and I think Chris Evans. Okay, don't give me the hate comments. I think Chris Evans probably would be a better pick. I mean, don't get me wrong. I freaking love John Krasinski. I love him on The Office. Such a great actor. But in this movie, Chris Evans was a perfect fit. Number 12, we have Ant-Man. Now, when I heard that they were going to make a movie called Ant-Man, I was like, Bish, are you drunk? Why would you make this movie? It just sounded really, very weird about a person who gets a suit and can shrink. That's like the most blandest thing. But when I watched this movie, I was like, whew, Jesus Christ. That was an amazing movie. I really enjoyed Ant-Man. It was such a fun time. And would I watch it again? 1,000,000,000% I would. I freaking love this movie. And yes, I do. Number 11 is Spider-Man Homecoming. That is my number 11. Spider-Man Homecoming, I did enjoy. I find it a lot of enjoyment. I mean, Tom Holland as Spider-Man or / Peter Parker. I think he's a great actor as Peter Parker or Spider-Man, whatever you like to call him. What do I think he would be? Do you think there's any better choices in Spider-Man? Tom Holland as Spider-Man? Probably not. Did I love him as Spider-Man? 100%. I mean, I think he had the acting skills of like an actual genius to make this kind of beautiful movie. And it was just a fun time in the cinemas. I had so much fun. The suit, it wasn't the best suit. I rather like the classic from the original Spider-Man. But with, I forgot who directed it. I'm so stupid. You know how I'm talking about. The first Spider-Man from 2002. With Tobey Maguire. Yeah, that one. Now coming into our top 10. We have number 10, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Now, this might shock people because you do it. Why so low? I know. For the rest of the movies, I freaking loved it. Like, these movies are phenomenal. I freaking love every one of these movies. Would I watch them again? 1,000%. But Captain America, the Winter Soldier we're talking about. This movie was absolutely amazing. I loved the villain of Winter Soldier, who played by Sebastian Stan. I think he was amazing as a villain. Would I like him as a villain again? Probably not. Would I like him as like a hero? 100%. And that is why it's my number 10. Number 9 is Spider-Man Far From Home. Okay, I have reasons why this is my number 9. Number 1, Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. I loved him as Mysterio. I think he was a perfect casting choice as Mysterio. And yes, number 2, mostly everything about this movie. I think it was a fantastic movie. Great fun. 3, just a fun and entertaining time watching this movie. I had so much fun with this movie. It was just so much fun. Number 4, Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think he did a phenomenal job. This movie was just phenomenal. Come on. I do love this movie. It was just a fun time in the cinemas with my mates, watching Spider-Man Far From Home, having a blast. And did I love it? 100% I loved it. It was just a fun time in the cinemas watching Spider-Man Far From Home. Number 8 is Thor Ragnarok. Now, this is my number 8 because number 1, a bloody New Zealand actor, well, actor or director, was both. Taika Waititi directed this from his recent, well, not recent, but we've got Hunt for the Wilderpeople, Boy, like those 2 movies. He made them and then made this. And then also Jojo Rabbit from 2019. He's just a phenomenal actor. And this movie, Thor Ragnarok, made Thor popular. I like the franchise because like the other 2, they're just not good. But then he just made this movie go. Here you go. There you go. The visual effects on this movie was just phenomenal. I loved the visual effects in this movie. I think it was a perfect movie. Loved everything about it. And yes, number 7 is The Avengers. Is my number 7. The Avengers is where it started it all. Well, sorry, that was Iron Man. The Avengers is like the first coming, like all heroes together and they try and fight off Loki. Loved it. Great time. I loved this movie so much. I mean, we had Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. Did I love him as the Hulk? Yes, I did. I think he's a way better pick than Edward Norton. We got Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Do I love him as Hawkeye? Yes, I would. I say I would. Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Love him. Tony Stark, well, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Love him. Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Love her. And Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. Now that was a weird choice to make, but I did love him. Number 6, we have Black Panther as my number 6. Now, I got reasons. Visual effects, stunning views. Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, freaking amazing. The villain of Killmonger, who's played by Michael B. Jordan, is freaking amazing. And Andy Serkis as the Claw dude was just an amazing. This movie is amazing. Like, how many blooming amazings can I say in this freaking sentence? And how many freaking stuff? Come on, hell. This movie is just amazing. I just loved it. I think it's a fun time. Just a fun time watching the movie, having a blast. And yeah, rest in peace, Chadwick. Number 5 we have is Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man. This movie is where it started off. This movie was a perfect movie. Loved it. Such a fun time. And I was like 3. It was just a fun time. Having a blast at home. Because I couldn't watch it in the cinemas because I was 3. Just a fun time. Having a blast with my family. When I heard that they're going to make a Iron Man movie, I was like, wow. I was 3. Sorry. This movie was just amazing. I loved Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I think he's a perfect fit as Iron Man. Like, seriously. Best, he's not my favourite superhero, and that's Spider-Man, of course. But he is amazing in this movie. I think he did a phenomenal job in Iron Man. And yes, Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy. Now this is my number 4. When I heard that they're going to make a movie in space with a talking raccoon and a talking tree. Now, when you think that, you think, what the actual hell? Like, it's just, what? How would you make this movie? Of a talking raccoon and a talking frickin' tree that only says, I am Groot. Are you actually serious? Yes, he is actually serious. Jeez Louise, this movie is freaking amazing. Love this movie. Vin Diesel is Groot. God, he's amazing. And, what's his name? Bradley Cooper is, Rocket Raccoon. Freaking amazing. Yes, that's my number 3. My number 4. Number 3 is Avengers Infinity War. That's my number 3. I love Avengers Infinity War. Would I watch it again? Yes, I would. I love Avengers Infinity War. It was just a fun time. Loved everything about it. Just a fun time in the cinemas. Kind of sad, but we all knew that they were coming back from the dust. Just a fun time. I just loved how after 10 years, all the characters of Marvel just joined into one movie. That is what I love of Marvel. And how Kevin Feige, Anthony Russo and the Russo brothers, we're going to call them, how they made this amazing movie. I think they deserve half the props. Like, good job. Number 2, we have Captain America Civil War. Now, this is my number 2. I do love this mostly called Avengers 2.0. 1.5. This movie is amazing. Do I love it? 100% I love this. It's just a fun time. Why is it even a Captain America film? Because mostly all the freaking Avengers are in it. Not all, but you know. But I do love it. Like, you do like the suspense on, like, what team are you going to choose? Team Iron Man or Team Captain America? I'm more Team Iron Man. On my part, I'm more Team Iron Man. But I do love this movie. It's such a fun time. I watched it with my dad I watched it with my dad. We had so much fun. I asked him if he loved it, and he absolutely loved this movie. And I just loved this movie as well. It was just a fun time. And number 1, everyone probably knows this now. It's Avengers Endgame is my number 1. Now, it's just an amazing movie. Like, there's no problems with it. The characters of this movie, amazing. Loved it. And, Joe Russo and Anthony Russo, the Russo brothers, amazing. It's directed, seriously. They are, I'm just gonna, what happened to my voice? This one was just a fun time. Had a blast. I would love to watch this movie again because I had so much fun with it. Sorry, I have to charge my phone. Dude, I had so much fun with this movie. Just a fun time in the cinemas, having a blast. And yes, this is my number 1. Thank you for listening to my ranking on all 23 Marvel movies ranked. Hope you enjoyed, like I did. And yes, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, turn on the bell icons. Yes, have a great day, afternoon, night, whatever. Peace.